Hi, I'm Valerie,
And I'm Taylor.
and welcome to
Whimsy Gossip,
where we talk all things fantasy.
and our favorite ways to escape reality.
Today's episode.
It's our season 2 finale episode. What?
Oh my gosh, I literally cannot believe it. Like, how?
I can't believe it's already season 2 is like over. Remember we were like just starting out and we were coming up with our season 1 timeline. And then we were like, oh, well, if we make it to season 2, we can do this, this, and this, and this in season 2. If we make it.
Yeah, and season two has been insanely more busy than season one ever
Oh my
was.
gosh.
It was
Season 2,
quite
I
the
think, was
undertaking.
Yeah, season 2 was definitely hard, I would say.
Yeah,
Like, a lot harder than season 1. I think a lot
yeah,
more started going into it. Like, our fan film, for example, a lot more. That I don't think anyone realizes on the back end how much time and effort and work constantly went into that.
yeah, and finances as well.
Huge, a lot of finances. Ugh.
Yes. And it's so exciting because literally less than a week away is our early access premiere. And I literally cannot believe that we are actually like, I feel like when we wrapped filming, like that was something that was talked about, and I was just like
Mhm.
so about it. And the fact that it's like actually a reality, and there's people that want to come, and there's people that are traveling to come, and it's
Flying
become this
in.
whole thing.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
floored.
like it's actually a reality. Like we have a theater, like we have tickets, like we have a backdrop. Like what? Like who are we?
I'm not gonna lie. So actually 2 seconds ago before we were recording and we were just figuring out some technical issues. I just sat here and I was watching our fan film. Um and I Max's performance of Sand will 100% get me emotional every single time. Like
Mm-hmm.
100% every time. We just got the final cut last night, like all edited, everything's done. And it was also the first time we saw the bloopers since well, that's the first time we ever saw the
Since
bloopers.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was really cool because while Valerie and I have seen like the rough cut 100 times probably, because like, like editing, tweaking, making little promo things, and we've also seen like our own behind the scenes videos 110 times.
And we were
Um
there.
and we were there, so it kind of helps.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was something unique, I think for me at least, when I watched the bloopers yesterday. Um, Even though it was only a month ago we filmed, it like kind of took me back to that day a little bit, and I was like,
Right.
oh, like
It
that
was
was
honestly, honest to God, it was like one of the best days of my entire life.
yeah,
And everyone got along, and there was no drama, and everything went so smooth.
yeah.
Like for the most part, like everyone killed it. Everyone was like organized and quiet when they needed to be quiet, and like we had fun, and like just all of it. Like we had a little fun sleepover. Like
We did.
it was just joy. It was just so much joy.
That's the best way to describe that day was joy. I'm not gonna lie, I was incredibly stressed. I was like, and I always say this, but I don't think anyone realizes like I'm gonna call myself out how stupid I am, because I was playing Feyre and I did not realize I was in every scene. I did not realize, and I think
Yeah.
I got to the wedding scene and I was just like, "Oh my god, when do I get a break?" I was like, "'Cause
You don't.
this
You
is a
don't because you
lot."
had two more scenes.
I know I had Mai and I had Starfall, because what
Mhm.
most of you might not know is we filmed that entire thing in one day.
One day. Can you
One
believe
day,
it?
5 scenes, 5 different, like, set locations, like well, not really, I guess 2 were in the same location, but changed the set around a little bit. Yeah, it was all in 5 scenes in one day.
Different costumes,
Different
everything,
costumes.
lighting, yeah.
Yeah, everything got swapped. It was chaos, like, it
But
was
in the best
chaos.
way, like
Yeah,
everyone was
fun
just
chaos.
so helpful. Like everyone, like
Yeah.
I mean, I was sitting there nerding out about Max.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Ori was amazing, helpful. Max's girlfriend, love her so much.
Love her.
Kirsten was amazing. And
Jen.
Jen, they were
Uh,
everyone, and Gabby was the best director ever. And Steven, literally cannot thank him enough. He is the like most talented human. Like the fact that he could just go in and he's like just knows how to do everything. I'm like, there's no way I would ever.
and shout out to Eric, Val's husband, who
Oh
stepped
yeah, and
in
my
for he was
yeah,
our
stop
boom
being
operator.
mean. Don't be mean to him and his wig, okay? He was just supposed to step
Oh,
in,
yeah, he
okay?
was Tamlin. Val's husband was
Be
our
nice.
Tamlin, and it was a last minute thrown together thing because we weren't really gonna have him in there, and then it was kind of last minute.
Well, he
Bought
was
a
supposed
quick
to be
little
like
wig.
really limited, like very much blurred out, and
Mhm.
it just didn't end up that way. Like he actually like ended up kind of acting and stuff. So,
Mhm.
and I think it turned out really well. Like the way that
He
it
did
went
good.
was perfect. But we just weren't really preparing for him to be that like in it and crystal clear in it.
Yeah, we were
So
kind of thought he was gonna be blurred, so we were like, ah, it's okay.
yeah, it doesn't
Crappy
matter.
wig.
$20 off of Amazon. Like we had spent so much money on everything else.
Oh my
Like
gosh, so much
the
money.
last thing that I was worried about was Tamlin's hair.
Mhm. And it's just I don't know, like when I look back at the whole day, and again, I guess this is like maybe a full circle moment. Like I remember, I think it was in our first episode in like season one. Maybe we were talking about like one day maybe bringing together, like bringing to life scenes.
It doesn't feel real, dude. Like the fact that we actually did that. That's why like that's literally one of the top 5 days of my life because
Yeah.
it was unbelievable like that you and I like being who we are and I don't know like and like not I mean we're not like the richest people. Like it's not like
No.
we're like over here like, not having house payments and so like it just felt so out of reach,
Mm-hmm.
but because of the team that we had and the friends and the people that we
Friends and the
know,
people. That is, yeah,
that
that
is
is it.
how we were able to create the magic, and I really do think it's magical. And it's,
Mm-hmm.
obviously we don't have the money to make a whole movie, sorry. We'd like to make more, and hopefully we can get crowdsourcing for that. um Basically, we just wanted to prove ourselves to all of you as well. Like we wanted to show you what was in our heads for so long and what we can accomplish on our own dime. Can you even imagine what we can accomplish if the book community comes together and really gives us, you know, something to work with? You know what I mean?
So Val and
Oh,
I remember my first drive to Virginia. I'm really big with music. And if you guys can probably tell that with our audios, like whatever reason, music speaks to me in like a different way. Like when I hear songs, I can relate it to a moment in a book, and that's just what it's going to be forever. And now it means something to me. And we were driving around in Virginia, and I had made a playlist. I was like, oh,
yeah.
this is my playlist. I would just love for this song to be in the background of this scene, and this song in the background of this scene, and this is what I would have playing in the background of this scene. And I remember Valerie being like, well, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't we make scenes and have music? And I was like, I don't know, can we do that? And then we were listening to Selena Gomez, Lose You to Love Me. And I've always had this scene for when and it was more or less like, because I think this song is a duality for Feyre and Tamlin. And this is
Absolutely.
totally getting off track, guys, and I'm so sorry. But I figured this is kind of a more relaxed episode, so we can chat a bit. But it's more of a duality for um Feyre and Tamlin, because they're singing. If you listen to the lyrics, it can go both ways. Like some of the
It
lyrics
really
are
can.
on
It
brand
really
to
can.
Feyre, and some of the lyrics are on brand to Tamlin. And I always wanted to do the cauldron scene when her sisters go into the cauldron,
Mm,
and then it fades over, and it's like a whole montage of
memories.
memories. But it's when she's turning to Rhysand, and Feyre's like, break the bond. And then she's like, like mad, and Rhysand looks at her, and she's like, well, how did you do it, Feyre? And then she's like, Tamlin, Tamlin, and she's like freaking out, and Tamlin's sitting there so confused, like, do I believe her? Do I not believe her? And she's like, break the bond, like begging Hybern. And
Yeah.
then Reese is like, no, and oh my gosh, like I we were driving in the car, and I just remember both of us being like, that scene, like we
For
would
me, it was the dance scene. Like when you talking about
oh,
the song Movement by
I don't know if
um
we're gonna tell him. Okay, yeah.
okay, never mind, never mind. I'll cut that out. For me, it was the song that you chose for the dance scene,
We can
which
totally tell him. We can tell him.
you want to tell
I
them?
We can tell him.
Okay.
I just told him "Lose You to Love You," so why not? We have so many ideas.
But when you showed me that song for the first time and you were like, this is the beat that drops where Cassian takes over the dance with Nesta, I was just like, I can see it. Like I can see everything. And like with the Lose You to Love Me, like I really wanted to do like a music video
Mhm.
with the struggles of them two like together and just really showing that contrast is more of like trying to open people's eyes and kind of make them feel stuff.
Yeah.
And but yeah, like those songs were so like iconic and like of course when you had like the Taylor Swift Don't Blame Me, like that song for our very first
Audio.
audio ever was it's crazy to think back to like that was our first audio and somebody just made a little thing with it today and I was just like it made me like emotional as well because I'm just like, oh my God, like this was our very first one and like this masterpiece. I remember you sending it to me for the first time and like I was just like, what did you how? And like
Because that so
to
the
see
weird
how
thing is,
far
like
we've come since making our very first
yeah.
Nessian audio to all the audios we've made to now a freaking short film. What I mean, what else is, there's so much else to do, obviously,
Yeah.
but it's like almost unbelievable to see where we're going to be this time next year.
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know.
I
Um,
don't either.
I'm excited though. Like, yeah, we have so many fun ideas that we do wanna, like, kinda bring to life, for sure. Um, yeah. I don't know. I kinda wanna Can we talk about, like, what scene we wanna do next?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, this was the hills we died on in Whimsy Gossip. The hills we chose to die on.
It's season 2. Let's go. Finale. What did we
Okay.
die on?
Valerie, what was your hill that we died on, that we made this bargain on?
That you 100% had to be Farah in our fan film.
Okay, so Val said that's her hill that she was gonna die on.
You tried to like sway me literally so many times for months. You were like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then you're like, what about this person? What about this person? I was like, absolutely not. I was like, it is you. I was like, I want to be like opposite of you. Like, this is our first fan film, and that is the hill I died on. And I dare I say it, everyone, please in the comments, like after the film comes out, let Taylor know how fantastic she was because she was perfect and she did amazing. And I love you.
Thanks, Val. I love you too. Um, but anyway, so we chose our Ion, and that was Val's hill, and then she said, "This is the hill I am dying on," kind of thing, and I was like, "Okay, fine. If that's your hill that we die on," and I was like, "Then our next scene," and I don't even think Valerie was even gonna argue this one with me because I'm pretty sure she was also like, "Oh, 1000%," because this scene is where we're going to be calling heavy on our book community. Because I promise you, there is a role for every single person who will audition. I promise you, there is a role for you. Um, because it is going to be from ACOWAR. And I am so excited. So the scene is going to be Rhysand's pre-battle speech to Cassian, to Nesta, to Amarin, to Moore, to Feyre, and her sisters.
Bring your
And
tissues.
bring your tissues because I already have concept audios that I've made and sent Valerie, and I cried. I cried. And then it's going to fade into from that speech to the battlefield where Azriel will give Elaine truth teller, and then where you're going to also see Rhysand and Feyre talking about their 1 year like anniversary, their bargains with
I literally
Bryaxis.
just got chills thinking about Max doing that speech. Like
Right? I
I
know.
I just was like literally picturing him doing it and he's perfect. Why like he's just oh my God.
I know. But then it's going to be Feyre and Rhysand and them on the top of the hill, the battlefield, introducing the bone carver, the weaver, Bryaxis into the battle. And then it's going to be panning out to a couple different fight scenes. And with certain characters, I really want to show like the inner circle and how well they work together. And then we are ending the scene with Nesta screaming for Cassian.
Chef kiss. Oh,
So you heard it here first. This is the plan for our next fan film. And this one, if we thought this cabin scene was a lot of money, this next one's going to be pretty big and pretty chunky. And we are going to be reaching out to the book community on an official casting site too.
yes, we
To
will
put
be.
out for auditions. Like we are
Yes.
going to be holding auditions for all characters.
So yeah, auditions are going to be open to anyone and everyone who wants to apply. And it'll essentially just come down to your audition and who Taylor and I think fits the role best, and we'll go from there. But so today we thought it'd be really fun to go back through all of our old Throne of Glass episodes and pull out the crazy predictions that we had and react to them. So Taylor put together a bunch of clips and we are going to react to that and kind of go down memory lane and kind of.
So what we're going to be doing is kind of going back, revisiting some of our crazy theories, kind of like a memory lane situation. It is our season 2 series finale, and on top of that, this is the last episode we're going to have until the new year, until 2024, which is so dang wild to think about. So, we just thought it'd be nice to just revisit some of our old funny theories, because Throne of Glass was the series we did buddy read for this podcast. It went through, it started in season 1, and then we finished on Throne of Glass and Kingdom of Ash in season 2. And dare I say, I still think about that book once a day, at least.
I
Is it my
literally
Roman
miss it.
Empire? Maybe.
I miss it so much.
I miss it so much.
I literally, that's why I was so excited to do this episode, because I needed it. I needed to come
I just
back.
want to talk about it again.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's dive in and let's react to our old predictions from the top.
These are going to be so funny. Okay. So, how I did it. So, we'll go through, and then I think we should just like watch them. Oops. One at a time, and kind of like
react to them. Yeah.
Yeah, like each theory.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
So ready?
All right.
I'm really waiting for that one series that's gonna like bring me back and like put me in that world the way Akatar did. But I digress.
Well, maybe it'll be Throne of Glass for us.
I know a couple
But
people who
let's-
like Throne of Glass more than Akatar, and I'm like,
LOL at your audio. No way.
I know. So
Yes.
All right, pause there.
No way. There's no
Could
way
you
people
imagine liking Throne of Glass more than Akatar?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. 100% yes.
Oh man, so going back, it was so funny because I had severe audio issues when we started this podcast.
And now I have severe audio issues at the end of the podcast.
We just were taking turns. But anyway, so I had severe audio issues. So I had to use my headphones, which was horrible, and the quality was so trash. And I look back to like my set because I was in the middle of moving, and it's wild to see how much has really changed since we started this podcast. We were baby podcasters back then.
Yeah.
Anyway, first theory.
I still feel like we have so much longer to go. Like we have so
I
much
know.
more to learn.
So much, way too much.
Upgrade our equipment and stuff, But that's so funny. No way.
Yeah, can you imagine liking Throne of Glass more than Akatar? Fun fact, update on that prediction. We do.
We do. We do.
Yeah,
we still love Akatar.
okay.
Always will love Akatar, but Throne of Glass.
Akatar is a special book because I was in such a bad place in my life when I found Akatar, that it was the first book in a long time that like let me escape reality. And because of that, there is not ever going to be a book that will hold such a special place or a series in my heart.
Yeah.
Like it really does hold this special, special place in my heart and forever will. But Throne of Glass is a better
superior. I mean, saying
story.
that Throne of Glass is better than Akatar, it's like people think it's like an all-out war, but it doesn't negate Akatar. Akatar is still great on its own. It's just Throne of Glass is better, and
Throne of Glass has a more in-depth story.
Yeah.
But then again, Throne of Glass is also done, and it's a completed series. Akatar is not. So
we'll see.
Maybe I'll
hold
my judgment on that.
All right, what's up next here? Let's go. Press play.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Selena has some sort of ancestor kind of magic involved, and something along the lines of this crown prince knows ancestors are and that she's going to be some great person that saves the magic or has some magic sort of something with her. So that's why he is trying to release her. The captain of the guard will protect her because he knows how important she is. And like the prince is provoking her to get her to, like, you know, kind of like a Rhysand did to her. Kind of, come on, like, you could do better. You can do better. Like the making her read or write, like, Rhysand is the most handsome. Rhysand is the best lover. Like those little things. I think that's what the crown prince is going to do. The captain knows, the captain is a Lucian, and the captain knows how important she is and how special she is. A princess from a faraway land will befriend her. I hope it's not an Ianthe situation. I'll be pissed. But a princess from a
Yeah.
faraway land will befriend her as just a friend, maybe not knowing her magic and her importance and all of this. And then the something evil that dwells in the castle knows that she's magical and is coming for her, and in the process is killing all her competitors along the way, trying to get to her. So now it's a battle of survival, and at the very end of the book we're going to find out her magic is going to like erupt from somewhere, and then she's going to have all these powers.
Pause.
Pause. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the way that you literally just was like comparing it so much to ACOTAR.
So much to ACOTAR. So much. The whole time. I was like, this is the same author. This is clearly the same author, so it's the same book.
Oh my god.
So wrong.
That was, yeah.
Feyre is nothing like Selena.
Literally nothing like Selena. And then also, like, the end of the book, like, her powers don't erupt at all. And
no powers. And Kael and Lucian are not the same.
No, they are literally
and
so
Nehemia is nothing near Nianthe.
No.
Nothing.
No. And there was no, like, yeah, I don't know. But, and Dorian also did not know anything about her ancestors.
No,
he was just like,
Dorian knew nothing.
He's just like, or this person I've heard like famous things about, like they might win and I want to win. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
literally.
so funny.
So bad. So bad. Ready?
God,
this is your prediction.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Let's go. So I think that I do agree that I predict that there's something in her family line that is magical. I think that we were right let's see. So it says that the prince, so I think maybe you're right that he does know, but I'm going to take it a different direction, that maybe he's just visiting the camps for some reason, and there's something about her, or there's stories about her, because she's infamous, right? It says that she's infamous, so she's well known for her skills, so maybe he's just heard about her and her skills, and so he's trying to find the best, or his fathers said, go my prince, go my son, go find the best of the best. Who do we have in all of the camps, and pick them out for this competition so that I can find somebody who is going to be the best assassin for me. And so that is how he discovers her, because she's infamous in the land. So Prince Dorian, that's his job, and he goes and he gets her. But in that process, she's maybe she's beautiful, maybe she's got this personality that's attractive to him. So
maybe they're mates.
Think that I don't know, but I think that Prince Dorian begins to develop some sort of bond and feelings for her. Maybe not because he thinks that she's magical, but because of who she is. And then this guard, they become friends as well. And I think that the guard and Prince Dorian both have like this developed feelings for her. I don't know why. Maybe there's this like tug of war between the two of them, a love triangle. And obviously then, as I predicted before, she's going to do very well in the competition. But I think that the thing beneath the castle is, I agree with you, I think sensing something to do with her and like her ancestry. and the thing in the castle is magical. And so it is a world without magic. So people don't have magic to be able to combat this thing. So it's going to be a very raw battle between something that is magical and dark and this mysterious darkness that is in the castle that now Selena is going to have to use her skills to defeat. And I think she might also befriend some of the people that she's competing against too, and they probably won't all die. I don't think that all 23 or whatever people are going to die either.
None of them
I think that there's going to be a few of those assassins that survive and that they become side characters in the rest of the books. And I think it kind of ends with like that thing, like you thought, like it ruins the competition, it ruins the final competition, and then it becomes a battle of that, and then she is able to defeat it, and because she's able to defeat it or suppress it or get it out of the castle somehow, she becomes the king's right hand.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, right?
Wait a minute. That was actually almost like super I mean, it's easy to be correct when you're so vague, but I mean, that was I'm impressed.
I know. I was listening to some of these and I was like, wow, we did pretty good on this.
That was like exactly how it went besides the monster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like I really thought a lot of them were going to die, but they did not.
Yeah, like one or two, maybe like three or
Like
four
a
of them
few,
did.
like a handful. Okay, Val. All right. She had some good. I don't know what. I feel like I don't have anything going into. Well, I guess we can do the same thing when we read Crescent City, like kind of give our
gosh.
predictions and stuff. But yeah, that's
Crescent
fun.
City.
That's funny. All right.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
100% is going to be in love with Cole.
Cole.
Okay.
Struggling
she's
with these
100%
words.
going to be in love with him. And Dorian is 100% going to get his heart broken because they're going to date. I'm predicting this now. Her and Dorian are going to date solely for the idea she's going to be the king's champion. He's the prince. So it's like obviously a match that's supposed to happen.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, that's because his mom's harping on him to find love. And he's going to be like, I found love with Selena. And then she's going to step into the role of like potentially being the princess. And she's going to be like, excuse me, I don't agree with your slavery thing. So that's going to be a huge issue. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with that. And then it's going to become a rift because, I mean, even though Dorian is good, in my opinion, and he might be a nice guy, he's stuck in his family's ways and like
So
gonna
are
leave
you
him.
saying
be
that
a
I
nice
was
guy.
right
We
that
don't know.
Dorian's gonna fall in love with
Judgment's
her?
reserved.
Yeah. I think I thought he was going to fall in love. I said, I think she's going to fall in love with both of them, and then someone else. And I still think that because I think what's going to happen is Dorian and her, she's going to fall in love with Dorian. And I think she's going to love him, but I think she's going to love him as a person and not like romantically. And then she's going to have that realization. She's going to go to Kale and fall in love with him romantically, like because they kind of get each other. They are both from like messed up situations. And then I think he's gonna die. And I think someone else is.
Kale's gonna die.
I do. They're
In
making
this
him
book?
too
In this
likable.
book?
Somewhere in this series, he's gonna die because they make him too likable, and he's gonna die. And I'm gonna
You guys
sob.
try to
'cause
kill
I
him
love this
so
man,
many times.
and I'm gonna sob. And she's gonna then. That's when her magic is gonna come because they're talking about her, and she's mentioned about her powers, and her magic is gonna come when he dies because she's gonna have this rage.
Okay, pause.
Literally, this is the start of the Kale's gonna die saga that kind of continues for a very long time.
I was convinced this man was not going to make it to the end of the series.
Literally
I was
makes
so
it the entire
convinced.
way and is a super main character.
Has his own book. Still not going to
Literally
make
has
it.
his entire own book. Yeah, that's how.
Still not going to make it. Did not convince Taylor.
Yeah,
I
but
was so convinced.
you really, really were. But you were just like, she's gonna go over here, and then she's gonna go over there, which she did. So, I mean,
She did flip flop, but
You're
like,
right.
yeah.
She liked Dorian as more as a friend. So
Yeah.
that made me so sad though. We were so upset about how she
We
was
were.
treating him.
We were pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. think that they're going to develop something. Her and Prince Dorian are going to
This
develop
is me with the
something,
somethings.
but
I
then
being so
Selena
vague
does
so I can be right.
something that makes Dorian think that she was just using him and manipulating his feelings the entire time. And it might be something to do with KL or who the hell knows. But I think that he's going to feel some type of way. And Dorian is going to then turn against Selena because he thinks that the whole time she was just playing him and using her assassin skills against him. And so I think Dorian actually might be that Tamlin type
Dorian
character.
being the
He might be the
Tamlin?
Tamlin character.
What?
What? He might be the Tamlin character.
Literally. What?
Okay,
Like,
Dorian Dorian being the Tamlin character. Dorian.
Can you even imagine if that's how it went though? Like to where like Dorian really did turn on Selena or whatever and took his
No.
dad's side.
No.
Like, so I think here too, like it's funny because I was like, she does something, and really the person who did something was the Nehemia KL Selena situation, nothing to do with Dorian.
Mm-mm.
And it was a completely different thing, but that's just so funny. Like, Dorian might be the Tamlin.
Dorian
And
might be the
come to
Tamlin
find
character.
out, nobody,
the
literally
Tamlin.
nobody is the Tamlin. Like,
And everyone hates KL, and I'm
if
sorry.
anything, it's Adian for throwing Lysandra out in the snow.
Oh, yeah. Adian catch these hands.
KL never did anything like that.
No. No.
Ugh.
And everyone still loves Adian. Like, what the fuck?
I don't understand. Yeah, I was arguing with somebody on Facebook recently, which I don't know why I was doing that. It's always a mistake. And they were literally being so mean to me for defending KL. And I just like had other things to do with my life. So I didn't want to sit there and go back and forth for 17 years. But they were like, come at me with once I start speaking facts, you don't say anything. And I was like, because I literally have other things to do, like, than to dissect this book. Like, go watch my podcast.
You literally should just like click the podcast. Like,
I
you
literally
just
should
start
like
post
put
that
the link up. Yeah, like
and be like, hi.
here. These
We'll
are my
do
thoughts.
a KL. We'll do a KL deep dive. We did a Tamlin deep dive. We can do a KL.
I would love to do a KL deep dive. All right,
Yeah.
let's keep going here.
Okay.
So, my theory on why Kane is evil is one, Duke Parrington is his sponsor. I think Parrington's going to try to overthrow the king. Parrington is Kane's sponsor. Kane was seen when she's walking around. I think she's outside with Nehemia, and he has this ebony ring on. It says like, oh, he has this ebony ring on. It's really strange, like yada 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 yada. And she's like, really, or was it Sam Hewen? I don't know. He was wearing some ebony ring at one point in the book, and I noted it, and I was like, weird. They wouldn't point that out unless it was important, because they never talked about any other kind of jewelry bits or any extra things he had on.
Right.
So he was wearing some like dark, like a black ebony ring on his finger, and then
Good catch.
she said the next
Thank
time
you.
she saw him, she swore he was like bigger, like 2 times the size or something like that. And he was messing with the word marks in the ground. Kale goes and notices Parrington is wearing this black ring, this ebony black ring that he's never seen before. And that his face, like there's a dark shadow that keeps going across his face that turns his pupils black. And he words it as like, it's like he's now looking at the world or the room as a whole. And like he's like kind of like disassociating and then coming back to, and then disassociating and then coming back to, and these dark shadows keep flashing over his face. I think Parrington is, they're possessed, or they're trying to become possessed with these word marks and gaining these powers and killing off the champions.
I mean, you were pretty spot on. Like, I feel like I didn't catch on to a lot of that stuff about Kane.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was making this video, I was like, "Oh
Those
my
are some
gosh.
really good attention to detail right there. Like,
Good job, brain." Because I didn't
Yeah.
see that. Like, I mean, I guess I did see that coming, but like, I can't believe I caught that.
well, also like in the beginning of this, you say like, "Oh, Parrington's gonna try to overthrow the king." Come to find out, Parrington is freaking arrow on. Like,
Barrington
what?
is more powerful than the king. LOL.
Yeah, that was huge.
That was a big one.
Good job. Good for you.
Only thing I really got right. Right?
No, no way.
You watched.
I just hope you got my little like Kane rant in here.
I don't think I got the Kane rant in here.
The Knox rant.
No.
I remember I was like, Knox is gonna
be evil. I was like, watch Knox
Oh,
is gonna.
I don't know why I didn't put that in there because I literally had it recorded too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, watch. Like, I forgot what I called him.
It was a
Something.
lot to watch all of these episodes back.
No, it's a lot. Yeah. So this is just.
bear with me if I don't catch every prediction.
No. You're fine. But I just
Okay.
remember that one specifically. Like, and here you're like saying Kane's evil, and I was like, well, what if Kane like turns around
Oh, and you were like, he's actually
and
really
Knox
nice.
is evil? Like, what if Kane is actually nice, but Knox is the evil one? Lies.
That would
You're
have
Delulu. I was delusional. All right.
It's okay. It's fine. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
I think that was 100% foreshadowing. So I think whoever Selena's love interest is going to be, will end up killing Kane. Even though it's the more cliche storyline, I love
Prince Dorian.
Prince Dorian.
Okay, pause it again. I just had to like joke around with that. I was like, the amount of times I have recordings of Valerie saying, I love Dorian. Dorian's the best. I love Dorian. I was this close to making a compilation video of every
Still
time
should, honestly.
you said,
We still
I
should
love
at some
Dorian. I love Dorian. I love Dorian. Shadow Daddy Dorian. Dark Dorian. Like, literally.
He's my favorite character. Like, there is no doubt. Nobody can come for me saying I liked him once he became all sensual with Manon. No, that's been my man since day one.
Since day one, Val has been, I love Dorian. I love Dorian. I think Dorian's the best. Dorian's the best. I might go through, I think I deleted all the old clips because it's been like it was taking up a lot of storage on my phone. But I might go through one day and just find all the clips of Val being like, Dorian. But I love Dorian. It was so
Prince
funny.
Dorian. I mean, he's there's nobody like we need to redo the like chart thing when I see you again. And like it's gonna be Dorian. Like Dorian's gonna win. Like, and it's so funny, like looking back at that TikTok that we did so long ago before we read Throne of Glass, and like I chose so many people, like I chose somebody over Dorian because I didn't know who he was.
Val would never. Now Val would never.
Never.
Current Val would never. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think stands true to my first prediction that Selena is the rightful Fae princess because Elena is described as white, blonde hair, just like Selena. She's from Terrasen, and so is Selena is also from Terrasen, and I am putting money that there is a bloodline and there is some kind of connection, which is why Elena is coming to
Pause
Selena.
again. You want to know what I just realized? I forgot to add a rant. My theory and my prediction that the sword was ataraxia.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. I'm just remembering that now, and I don't think I clipped it in here.
Everybody on Instagram when I posted that was like, you guys are so dumb. Like, no, it's not. It's absolutely not. And then me continuing throughout the entire thing of like, no, like it's different points in time. Like it's different points in time. It's not portals. Yeah.
Feeling extra dumb, but it's fine.
But like that still would be cool. I feel like those stories would still be fun.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
As the king threatens to kill KL in the first book. If Selena,
yes,
Selena,
that's a big scene. Hello. Oh no, that was foreshadowing that he is gonna die. You started making me think. Why were you right? Did you promise you didn't spoil anything?
I promise I didn't spoil it, but I'm really not okay right now.
Because then
because I
when
was
Kael
wrong.
dies, it really does, like, that is the connection. Like, he's like the third musketeer connection between her and Prince Dorian. And I think when Kael goes, it's gonna cause what's gonna cause a rift. It's gonna blow, because it's gonna blow everything up, and that's when it's gonna be.
Selena's gonna be like, you should have stopped your father, and then Dorian's gonna be like, no, you shouldn't have done that. I had nothing to do with my best friend dying, and like they're both gonna be lashing out at each other in grief.
Oh my God, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I don't think I want to read this, Val.
That's a prediction. Oh my God, no, Kael's gonna die, and it's gonna cause a huge rift, and then
I don't think they're gonna kill Nehemia. I think Nehemia is safe because I think she's gonna be part of like this whole Elway rebellion.
Nehemia's not gonna die.
No, she's safe.
She's safe.
Pause.
Nehemia's not gonna die. No, she's not gonna die. She's safe.
Oh my gosh. how we both said that so confidently. So confidently. We were just like, Nehemia's not going to die. She's safe. But KL, done.
No,
Gone.
he's
Goodbye.
gone. I was so convinced. I was like, yes, that's right. Oh my gosh. This is so true.
We were so convinced. Oh, man.
That is the funniest one so far.
So far. And it was just because how confident I'm like, yeah, Nehemia's not going to die. Yeah, anyway, conversation, like, whatever. Like, so confident.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
This is
God.
Air of Fire. I can't wait.
Ready? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
So I have a theory that, because I think Aelin is his mate, I don't think Lyria was his mate. I have a feeling that maybe
I was partially right.
she was working with the queen and the queen wanted Rowan. And I'm thinking that the queen wanted Rowan. The queen like has Lyria working
Half
for
the
her
podcast is just
to
me
be
going,
like, I'm going to trick you and use her magic to like fake a mating bond.
Oh my God.
And Lyria is like, okay, cool. Like, I don't mind being mated and married to this really hot, like awesome fae.
Was it magic that tricked the mating bond feeling or something? Like, how did they
That's
make
what I'm
it?
thinking.
That was so close. Like, honestly, you were so spot on. And
Besides the fact that I don't think Lyria was working with.
but that's so small compared to like that's like a big revelation, I feel like. And I don't know if a lot of other people caught on to that or not, but I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I was kind of pegging Lyria to be this evil person, and I was like, all right, she's definitely evil.
yeah.
And I kind of feel bad because if she really wasn't.
Yeah, she
was just
wasn't.
collateral damage with the
Collateral
baby.
damage. And then like
Ooh.
I was disappointed in the fact that in this part, like Maeve was like, yeah, I didn't even have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even matter that I did that to Rowan. And I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Like how mean. Evil.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to rewind it just a hair because I want to catch your whole prediction.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
The moment where he
Mhm.
finds out that she is his mate is when she turns Faye for like actual, because she does it earlier, but I think it's
He
very
bites
brief.
her.
It's I'm I'm willing to be wrong, but I swear I just know that is the mating bond right there.
And
That's when he
also-
realizes when she turns into a fae.
It's
I paused it before Manon.
Okay.
Yeah. I am honestly another disappointing thing. Like they never really confirmed or denied that. So I'm just gonna say that's the moment.
I think it was that moment because he did realize something.
Yeah.
You remember he talks about realizing something at that moment, but he didn't think it was the mating bond because he already had a mate.
Right, exactly. So
So
I think that was right.
I think it was right because Aelin didn't realize until they were having the fight with Manon.
Yeah.
So I think I would say you were right.
I think
that's right.
I think that was right.
I think that was right too. Okay.
Okay, what am I gonna say about Manon?
I think Manon's going to play a big role in Dorian because
Mhm.
Dorian has magic, right? And like raw power. And
And
I'm
she's a
curious to
witch.
see how that connects to like witches. Is he like a witch? Is he like a warlock or whatever you want to call it? Does he have like, is his dad not really his dad? Does he really have like magic heritage?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Another disappointing thing for me. I really thought that the witches had more magic than they do
They have
at the
so
time
little.
of reading Air of Fire. And I thought that Manon was going to teach Dorian how to do magic and that was going to bring them closer together. And that's how they were going to fall for each other. And it wasn't like that literally at all. He had like the only training he had was from Rowan. And I think it's a missed opportunity because Rowan even said to Dorian, like, I can only teach you so much. You need a better teacher than me. And I was like, Manon. But no, because they don't have that much magic. So kind of
Yeah.
disappointing.
And also like one, can I just say the way you and I they're like Vogue kings and we say the Vlag kings. At least I remember I'm like, yeah, the Vlag, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what happens when you read the book and you don't actually listen to the audiobook. It's Vogue.
And what's sad is I mostly listened to the audiobook and I probably just went along with it because
just don't have I have a memory of a squirrel apparently.
Okay,
my
you ready?
God. Yeah.
I don't think this king is solely human. I think Dorian's dad, the king of Baderland, I think he must have messed up somewhere along the lines. I don't know what he did, but he has to be like,
He accidentally opened a portal maybe.
Flag king.
I
do
don't
you
know.
hear
And then
that?
a Vlag king, because there's a bunch of Vlag princes. I bet you a Vlag king like took over his body and he's also possessed. And that's how this whole thing started, because there's no reason that these powerful Vlag would listen to a mere
Pause.
human.
The prediction
Yeah.
is true though. The prediction is right, but the flag.
The flag. I can't with that.
Did you know they
Volg.
were fighting flag?
You're fighting the flag, not the Volg. The flag.
I don't even think there's not even an A, is there? In the word.
I think there is.
Is it?
VLAG, right?
Oh, is it VLAG?
I don't know. I think so.
If it is, then I give you a complete pass.
I'm pretty sure it's VLAG, flag. Volg. Or VALG.
Let's see. How am I going to find this out? Yeah, well, it's VALG.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Vlag.
The L came before the A. I probably Valg. It would make Volg. Valg.
Valg.
Your name with a G on the end. Valg.
Oh my God. All right. What's up
Okay.
next?
Ready?
Oh, this is Empire of Storms.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
And so like Manon is part Vlog, essentially to become a witch. So that's why she's probably part king. And that's probably why her grandmother holds such a tight leash around her, because she wants to use her for her powers, because she knows what she is and she knows how
Ooh.
powerful she is. And I think Manon actually has a heart. And I think
She
Manon
does, yeah.
really is a Cochrane witch and not a Blackbeak witch by blood. And I think she was stolen and kidnapped because she was a half or part of the Vlog king because of her eyeballs.
Pause.
Damn.
But my only thing is, I thought she was like part of the Volg King, and like not really, because of her eyes.
But the Cochrane thing, man, you
I called
called
the
it.
Cochrane thing, yeah, but the some of my theories. Imagine if like we could write a story, like if SJM just rewrote the whole story, like based off
on
of our
what
theories.
we should like honestly take all these and like come up with our own little like concept. That's
alternate
so fun.
universe, alternate reality.
Oh my God, yeah. If we were only like writers and we only had the time.
Yeah.
Can somebody out there who's an author and loves us very much take all of our Throne of Glass theories and make a fanfic of it?
That would be hilarious.
I think that my existence would be complete at that point.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I think another thing about Manon. So with Dorian, the fact that she felt this tug and this pull and this bond.
Oh, they're gonna be together.
They're gonna be together.
Yes.
Pause. Okay.
Yep.
So we called the Dorian and Manon thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Ready.
pretty easy though.
That was an easy one.
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
witchling.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead.
The wings are
'Cause
here.
I'm putting money on this. Gabriel's gonna die. He's gonna sacrifice Gabriel, himself for his son. And then there's gonna be this whole entire situation where Adian's like, my son or my dad, like I wish I got to know my dad. And it's gonna be like, well, you had a chance. I get you're mad at him, but he did not know you existed. Pause.
I think
Literally facts.
Oh, we called Gabriel, and that was hard.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I feel like that was an easy one.
Yeah, that was definitely an easy prediction, but it was still really sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate
and
it.
I
when
feel
he
like it was
together.
unnecessary. It was kind of unnecessary. Like he didn't really have to do that.
No, and they were like together, and then he just goes off and like
Yeah, unnecessary death. What the fuck?
a sad one. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I think that the ending is gonna be happy. I think that Rowan and Aelin are gonna end up being on the throne.
Mhm.
I think that Kael and Irene are gonna survive the war. I think that
Dorian and Manon will.
I hope so.
No, he's
Fenris
not.
might not make it either.
I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna make it because
Um,
he's too likable.
Yeah, and Lorcan is going to sacrifice himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lorcan's gonna
For
die.
a lead.
I think
For a lead.
Lorcan's gonna die. But I think our three trio, Selena, Dorian, and Kale are all gonna survive, and they're gonna have this beautiful, hugging, loving moment of hoorah at the very end.
Pause. You were right. They did. They had that moment like when at the very end when they were like parting ways and leaving. You were right.
Yeah, but I was fully like wholeheartedly convinced with the comment spoiler live Manon live that Manon was gonna die. So that's why like when you said like Dorian and Manon are gonna live, I was like, ooh, I hope so. Cause I really thought Manon was gonna die. Lorcan, I mean, Fenris and Lorcan both almost
Lived.
died.
Yeah, but they
So
lived, thank gosh.
but they lived, thank
I
gosh.
really thought Fenris was gonna die.
Yeah, I mean he almost did.
Yeah.
And he sacrificed himself for Aelin. So yeah.
Until the freaking genius move. This one is a sad one, and I will die on the hill. This should have been the ending, but whatever.
Ooh, yes, I think I know what's coming up.
Yeah, ready? Good. I think Aelin is going to die, but I think she's going to get brought back to life. I think when she dies, that's why I was saying, do we think she's going to see Nehemia again? Because I think she's going to die, and she's going to see like Nehemia and her mom and her dad, and she's going to see all these people.
Yeah.
And she'll see Sam. Oh my gosh, if she sees Sam, our reactions. All bets are off. I will literally.
That's all I care about. That's all I care about. You said all these. I was like, what? Her parents, whatever. Sam.
She could finally tell him she loves him. Because she never got to. Why am I crying again? And then he would know all her secrets now, like her big secret of being Aelin.
That's a high point to wrap this up on. I think
That's it.
Another missed, like, Sarah, I don't want to tell you how to write your stories, but what the fuck?
That would have been a good one.
That would have literally tore the souls out of every single person reading it. Like,
oh yeah,
why?
Like we made our Sam Cortland audio, and our Sam Cortland audio is probably my favorite audio to date. Just because
why do we get
Dorian's
reactions. Dad? Why do we get Caltaine? Why do we get like Gavin? We get Nehemia. But why don't we get
Sam?
I know.
I
all people, why?
Why did we not get Sam Cortland?
I don't think I'll ever get over that. Like, I think that is the biggest disappointment in our theories. Like, that was like the biggest disappointment.
I think that is for me the biggest, I guess the character that had the most impact on me in all the series, like the entire Throne of Glass series, it's Sam Cortland.
It is.
I could cry thinking about him.
There was also like a thing today, like on Instagram, where it was like, if you could bring any character back to life who didn't deserve to die, like who would it be? And I was very tempted to say Sam, but I didn't because then we wouldn't have the entire series.
I know.
And so like I was like, damn it. So I chose Liam.
Fair.
Because I feel like that wouldn't impact the entire series if Liam was still alive. That was like, it wouldn't really impact much, to be honest.
But if I could bring Sam back like right now, like I would.
I would bring Sam back, yeah, like right now, like post everything.
Yeah, post everything, but I want Sam to come back.
Yeah. It'd be difficult though to like see where he would like where his life would take him though, now that like Aelin is gone with married and stuff.
I would make him head of the Assassin's Guild.
That would be so sexy.
Right?
Ooh. Yes.
Sam Cortland, head of the Assassins.
Speaking of sexy, it's time to play our season finale game that we like to do. And this is now a tradition. And it is going to be, I'm sure you all can guess, Fuck, Marry, Kill, Throne of Glass edition. And I have set up a few
different options for us that you don't know about. And so
Oh
I'm just going to
gosh.
get your on the spot
Reactions?
choices of all of these characters. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So last time we did some fun ones where we did the bone carver Bryaxis and the cereal. So I'm going to hit you right off the top with a difficult one here. Okay. So first up, it's going to be Maeve, the King of Otterlin, or Erewhon.
Okay. Killing Erewhon right off the bat. Dead. I'd probably marry the King of Adarlan because if we're going like Dorian's actual dad, he's not that bad. He's like Prince Dorian's not that terrible, and I feel bad for him. So I would marry him. He seems like a good dad. And I think I would fuck Maeve because one night stand, I can slit your throat in the morning. I'll pull a Lysandra.
Yeah, I am going to kill Maeve because
Okay.
fuck that bitch. I
Yeah.
mean, fuck that bitch. I'm going to fuck Erewhon because I feel like, I don't really know what he looks like really, but if he could like jump into like Chris Hemsworth's body for 2 seconds,
I could do it, yeah.
we could have a time. Like if he could just possess the right person, it would be good. Kind of like how the bone carver can kind of manipulate his who you see. And then I'm going to marry the King of Otterlin for sure. 100%. I agree with you. He's possessed, but he doesn't seem like he was a bad husband, really. Wasn't the greatest, but so next up is going to be Kael, Dorian, and Adian.
Well.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I got this. Okay. Okay. I am gonna regret this decision wholeheartedly. And I know I am. I'm gonna kill KL. I'm gonna fuck Dorian because give me those shadow daddy hands. And I'm gonna marry Adian.
Why?
Because Adian just seems like he'd be a really good dad. And while Dorian has like magical powers, I don't know if I want to be with someone with magical powers because the potential of someone always trying to kill him. And I don't want to be a queen. I have zero desire to be a queen. He's like a king, and I don't really want to deal with that. And then Adian, not that Kale wouldn't be a great dad, but
He's gonna be a dad.
he's gonna be a great dad. But I just think of when Adian said to Lysandra, like he just knew how to pull her back and like really keep her in when she was like, losing herself a bit. And sometimes I have a tendency to lose myself, and my husband's really good at like kind of bringing me back down and bringing me back to myself and grounding me when I need to. Or like when I get like really in like, sad spaces, sad places. And he's really good at that. And I think Adian's little comment, and he's like, I'm going to marry you one day. Like, I'm going to marry you. And that little comment is always going to reign true to me. So, and he's really
this
loyal.
is the easiest decision in the world for me.
What'd you say?
This is the easiest decision for me.
I know. You're going to kill Adian.
Oh,
and marry Dorian.
Yeah.
And fuck KL.
Absolutely. You are right on the money with that one. I'm going to marry my prince. No problem being a queen. Like, let's go. Like, powers, hands, forever. The wittiness, the humor, the way that he can pull me out of things, the way that he can make light of everything. Like, sign me up. Sign me up. Kale, as long, you did some stuff in the closet. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
I don't know what they were doing in the closet, but I feel like that'd be a good time. And then, yeah, Adian, I still like you, but, you just got to go because, you threw Lysandra out in the snow and we just can't forgive that because we love Lysandra. So
we do love Lysandra, but.
All right. This is going to be another one that I know exactly who you're going to kill. Fenris, Gavriel, and Lorcan.
I'm gonna marry Fenris
Of course.
because I love him. I'm really torn because Lorcan, I imagine, is closer to my age, and Gabriel, I imagine, is like a grown dad. Like I imagine like a 50-year-old man, and I don't really want to fuck a 50-year-old man. But
Even
like
though they're all the same.
even though they're like a 500-year-old fae who looks like he's like 30, that's fine. But like
It's
he
'cause
looks
Gabriel
50.
has a son.
Yes.
So you're not gonna kill Lorcan? Shock.
See, the thing is, no, because in this universe, I'm not married to Adian, so I can kill Gabriel without killing my family.
And he's already dead.
And then I would just try Lurkin. Like he's kind of scary. He's a little too broody and moody for me, but like he'd be fine for a night.
It'd be a good time, I think.
It'd be fine for a
He has
night.
500 years of experience.
I mean, what did he do? We don't know.
What did Lorcan do? Oh my god.
Okay.
Marrying Lorcan.
Mm-hmm.
Love that man forever. Don't want him to give up his immortality. Please find a way for me to be immortal instead. Killing Gabriel. He's already dead, and I'm fucking Fenris.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a wolf beast. Hopefully he's a wolf beast in the sheets, if you know what I mean.
A little bit more bite than bark.
All right, this one.
Sorry.
This one, I don't even know. I only know the answer to one of these questions because that's just, you know, how I feel about this guy. Rowan, Rhysand, or
Fuck off.
Xaden.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Why would you do that?
I had to make one of them hard.
What? You're No, that's so Okay, I gotta really think because logically, who would I marry and have the best life with? Oh my gosh. You can go. You answer this because I literally am struggling right now.
Rowan's dead.
What the fuck?
Rowan's dead. I'm marrying Rhysand, and I'm fucking Xaden on the throne.
Oh, my house, my woman, my throne, my woman.
My house, my throne, my woman. Yes, sir. Yes, but Rhysand, he's hubby material. Rowan, you can die, and then Zaddy for life.
Ugh. You know what? What if I said I kind of agree? Because I love Rowan. I love him, but I also don't like being in charge. Like, I wouldn't want to be Feyre. Like, don't make me High Lady. I'm fine with being your consort because, like, I would just want to, like, be like Feyre and go paint and stuff, but don't give me responsibilities. Like, I don't want the responsibilities.
Yeah.
So I would just, like, marry Rhys because he could handle the responsibilities.
He can.
And
he's been doing it for a while.
yeah. And he could do that. And then,
That's a good point. You can't give up. You cannot give up the throne. That's what I mean.
Was Xaden?
With Zaddy, yeah.
I'm more thinking that shower scene.
There's so many scenes.
Yeah, and
We
there's
have
only
a lot
the
now.
beach, and like, I'm not a fan of the beach, so
It's
like,
very sandy.
yeah, I guess I'd be.
So you agree?
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye, Rowan.
Unfortunate.
All right, last one. And this one is for the ladies.
Okay.
Aelin, Lysandra, Manon.
Oh, I would 100% marry Manon. No questions asked. I'd marry Manon. She's so cool. I would want her as my best friend for life. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm not burning a bridge by a one night stand. Not ruining that. We be besties for life. If I am married to you, it is because you're my best friend. And Manon and I would be besties.
All right. What about Aelin and Lysandra?
Aelin,
where does that leave them?
You're reckless. I would kill you. And then Lysandra, you're beautiful. I'd have a one night stand with you.
Oh my God. I love that. I would kill Aelin as well.
Yep.
I would fuck Manon.
Okay.
I would marry Lysandra because not only is she amazing and loyal and a gem, she can shapeshift.
That's cool.
She can always keep it interesting. Like,
Yeah.
it'll never get old with that one. And like, I might need to dive into both sides of things, and she can deliver.
She can. That's true.
She can deliver. So I get the best of both worlds. Yes.
Hannah
sign me up.
Montana over here.
Sign me up, Lysandra. We're getting married.
Okay. Wow. I think it's funny we both killed Aelin, and we're both like, still to this day, like Aelin is better than Feyre, but like,
But
I'm
I would
gonna
also
you.
kill Farah.
Yeah, I would.
I think we killed her in our last one.
I think we did too. I think we said we would marry Elaine, and we both fuck Nesta, and we'd kill Feyre.
Absolutely.
I
I
still
mean,
stand by that.
I love Aelin. It's just like I don't want to be married to her because that's a lot. And then
Yeah.
I mean, fucking her would be fine, but I feel like Manon's more interesting.
Mm-hmm. And
As long as she can do something about those claws.
I don't know, they might be fun.
So I just wanted to give some trivia too, because that's what we did last time. Some fun facts. So Throne of Glass is actually a loose retelling of the famous folktale Cinderella, with the premise of Cinderella as an assassin instead of a princess.
Wow. That puts
surprised
a
me.
spin on things.
Yeah.
For sure.
That surprised me. Yeah.
Huh.
And then the first draft of the book was titled Queen of Glass and uploaded online on Fiction Press. The story gained a large amount of popularity, and Mass later decided to publish the book with Bloomsbury. The book was rewritten and titled as Throne of Glass. So she originally like just put it online for
like
everyone
a
to
Wattpad
see.
situation.
Yeah.
Love
crazy.
That.
Crazy. So those are just my only two little fun facts.
Nice.
All right. So this pretty much concludes season 2 of Whimsy Gossip. And
that's wild.
I just want to say, like, thank you to everyone who has stuck with us from the very beginning. Thank you to everyone who has joined us recently. Welcome to the Whimsy Gossiper family. We hope that you stick around for a long time. And I'm really excited. Season 3 coming up is going to hopefully include a lot more guests. We have a few deep dives we want to do on some characters. And freaking Crescent City is what is on the agenda next
and
for
the
us.
next Sarah J. Maas book will be coming out during season 3 of Whimsy Gossip. Are we excited? Are we excited? I
am so excited. I'm not gonna lie, I am very nervous to start Crescent City, given all the mixed reviews. But it is in the mail. It is ordered. It is on its way to my house, and I'm gonna dive in because that's my December project to get ready for season 3.
2 copies of both books sitting on my bookshelf
Of
right now.
course you do. Of course.
Because I have a problem. I actually have, of all Sarah J. Maas's books, I technically have 2 copies of each book.
Wow.
Because I loan my books out to so many people.
That's
so I
insane.
always loan them out, and I always have to have like a copy on hand just in case. You never know.
You're hilarious. I love that.
Like
I
I
have that when it comes to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I have 7 million copies of those. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, Taylor? Any other thoughts on things that are coming up? I think we kind of covered almost everything, but what are you most excited for season 3?
Well, to keep on season 2, I wanted to just say thank you to all of our friends that we've made through this community and this podcast and our social media platforms. I look at the number on, so I run our TikTok and Valerie runs our Instagram, and I look at this number of people who follow us, and it's nothing insane, but it's more than we ever imagined. Like over 30,000 of you, and I just think that's mind-blowing and mind-boggling, and
almost 18,000 on Instagram.
That's just insane to both of us. And I want to let you know, I do see your comments, and I do remember names, and when we have people that continuously comment on our videos, you guys are more like friends to me, and I always try to respond back, and I feel like I've made so many good friendships through this community, and to the point that some of you are even flying out to Maryland for our book movie fan film, Avatar fan film, you're like flying out to Maryland, and I can't believe the people that I have become so close with online in this community I'm going to get to like meet in person.
I'm
And
so excited.
even the people that I've already met in person, like this community is so incredible because I have met, honest to God, some of the best people on the planet through this community. And I've gotten to hang out with them in person and see them in person and realize like they're just the best. But yeah, so in regards to season 2, we're wrapping it up by doing something that we only dreamed of being able to do in season 1, which is wild, which was like one of our first things that we ever mentioned. We're wrapping it up by the fan film. For those of you who are listening, this is the week before our fan film early access premiere, and that'll be on December 4th. And then the actual fan film will be available for everyone on December 21st, 2023 on our YouTube channel, Whimsy Gossip,
Yep.
aka Winter Solstice, aka
Yay,
Feyre's
Farrah's
birthday.
AKA Taylor's birthday.
Weird coincidence. And the day after Valerie's birthday. So
It's so crazy that we're so close. Our birthdays.
so close in birthdays. Valerie's December 20th. I'm December 21st. And it was just too perfect that we got to release that fan film then. So
yeah, everyone's like, that's such a nice touch. And I'm like, thank you for noticing.
yeah, I
was
know.
like, it is
they
in the
notice.
details. And I think that people will see in this film that we have really stayed true to the books as much as possible. And we really are fans. And I think that that's what makes a difference is it's fan made. And we wanted to do it justice. And we wanted to make everyone as happy as possible. And
Like Max is a fan. Like our Resand is a fan.
Yep.
It was one. We're gonna have him on hopefully as a guest in season 3, so he can talk a little bit about his journey as Resand. But literally, when we were auditioning on the website, like this, we went through like an actual official audition casting website for him.
Right.
It was a whole legit process for Resand, and he had put in his notes that he was a big fan of the series, and we were like, oh wow.
And it showed in his audition, like he knew exactly the context of the situation. He understood the character, the chapter, and it's really just crazy how, and we could talk about this more again in season 3. I mean, season 3 will be after the premiere and after the it comes out, and that'll just be so exciting, which is insane. I literally cannot wait for this to drop. Like, I don't even, gosh, it just makes me so excited. But the fact that kind of everything fell into place too with us and like how our original location ended up last minute not working out. We had to switch. Our original casting fell through for Reese, and like it felt like the stars literally aligned for us though, and it all turned out way better than we originally had it in the first place, and thank God. Serious.
And when you watch the fan film, if you can notice, you will see a hidden gem is Akamath is present somewhere in the film.
Like it's a little bit hard to tell, but it is in one of the scenes. And
if you can catch it, make sure you comment down below in the YouTube video and let us know if you caught it.
All right, Taylor. Well, I will see you literally in a couple days, and I'm so excited. And I cannot wait to start, planning for season 3. And we already have a pretty rough outline, but I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be even better. Okay. Okay. All right. I love you.
So late. I love you so much. My phone died. That's why my camera looks weird if you guys are watching on video. But this is how, oh my God, technical issues. But hopefully we will figure some more things out, learn more things about podcasting, and come back even better than ever in season 3.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I love you, Taylor.
Love you, Val. Love you guys.
Love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow us everywhere at Whimsy Gossip, and we will see you guys in January.
See you in 2024. Bye.
Bye.